short. Well, first of all, I have to say, I'm not a farmer at all. In fact, I'm a picker. I'm a picker, and farming is such a beautiful profession, and I count on the farmers to do that hard work, and I want to buy their food that is nourishing for me. And I never, I don't want anybody to say, that it's something I could have easily learned. It's one of those things that you have an avocation for, and you're brought up, and there's such an amazing amount of passing down of information that comes from one farmer to another. And we don't even begin. I don't begin, and I've been working with farmers for pretty much 38 years of Chepanese, but I'm still just learning things as I go along. But the one piece of information that's incredibly important is that 85% of cooking is about farming. It's about what breed of animal you have on the land, what you feed that animal, when you slaughter that animal, how you hang that animal or how you hold it, and then the last little bit is how you cook it and serve it. And it's the same way with vegetables. It's what variety is planted in what little microclimate, how that farmer is taking care of it, when they pick it so that they know when it's exactly right. And then I get to take that peach and slice it up. And believe me, a perfectly ripe peach is the best dessert we could serve at Chepanese. People go, oh, I've never had anything. I've never had anything so good. And that's the experience that we're looking to give to our kids. And they just kind of get it when they go out in that garden. And Charlie knows, they go out in the garden and they just start picking. And they may get an unripe raspberry, but then they get a good one and they never forget it. So it awakens you. Now, so this one thing that I want to say to you is very, very important, that every day we eat, and when we eat fast food, we're not just eating the food, we're eating the values that come with the food. So every day when people eat sort of twice a day, there's kind of these values are washed over you, almost absorbed like osmosis. And they're telling you that it doesn't matter what time of year it is. Food should be available anytime. It's telling you that 2 or 3 things are really good for you and the rest doesn't count. It's telling you that resources are infinite. There's always more where that came from. It's telling you that food should be the same no matter where you are on this planet. They're telling you that food should be cheap, easy, 24 hours a day available. It's okay to eat in your car, eat in 5 minutes. Those are the messages. And so kids are growing up with a set of values of fast, cheap, and easy. And it's not just about food, it's about everything. It's about architecture, it's about entertainment. Everything's got to be sound bites. They no patience, can't wait for anybody to do this. When in fact, the real pleasure in life, it seems to me, is the slowing down and taking a moment to have a conversation or to eat a breakfast, to be with somebody, things really worthwhile take time. And kitchen work is not drudgery. It's the greatest pleasure in my life to wash a salad. Really, truly, to wash a beautiful salad and lay it out on a towel and roll it up. To offer somebody else some food that I made, and they think it's great. You know, I know, but I'm not a fancy cook. I'm a cook. You know, maybe I'm a chef because I order people around in the kitchen. But when my friends come over for dinner, I slice tomato, I have good olive oil and whatever, but I am trying to connect to a moment in time. I wanted to come and eat what you have here in Greensboro. Not what they have down in Atlanta or something that's, you know, somebody thinks is special is coming from California. I love that you have somebody making bread here in town who learned from some people out in California and couldn't live without it, and so opened a bakery. But it will always have the cast, the scent, and the beauty of this place. And that's what you're going to be discovering in this process. Yeah, and I can't help, I agree with everyone that you're going to be changed by this in ways you never imagined. But this program, I'm not just thinking of this for Greensboro or for Berkeley or for New Orleans. You know, I have a very big agenda that this is for every child in the United States. All children should be fed for free. All for free. And they should have the most nourishing, most beautiful lunch made from local foods, so that the money from the program can go right back to the people who live nearby. And that parents can have the reassurance that their children are having a healthy breakfast and lunch and snack. So this is kind of my stimulus plan. Put the money in the schools, and then the schools feed the community. And the way that this will work best, as Melanie said, is when everybody figures out what his investment is, or her investment is, in public education. What, you know, whether it's the energy department, or whether it's the labor department, what is their investment in public education? And I'm sure that we'll all come to the same place. It should be the #1 priority in this country, because everything depends on it. Everything depends on it. So that's all I have to say. I'm delighted, and I'm the cheerleader on the side, and I'm here for you, and Marcia's here for you, and there's a movement, of course, you know, that is gathering momentum, and we're not this is not just a trend. This isn't a trend. This is a way we want to live our lives, and we want to come back to our senses. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. In all these, we've been so excited to have